When Prime Minister Modi met 20 space founders on August 21st, it wasn't really just a photo op. That meeting could mean the opening play of a complete structural overhaul for India's space program in the coming years, especially when it comes to the private sector. ISRO is officially stepping back from the routine rocket and satellite manufacturing, handing the keys and the baton of its operational launch vehicles directly to private industry. Speaking at Business Today's India at 100 Summit, in-space chairman Dr. Pavan Goenka confirmed that ISRO will no longer manufacture launch vehicles because that responsibility now belongs entirely to private enterprise and PSUs. The transition has already begun with small satellite launch vehicle, whose technology and production rights were transferred to Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Next in line are ISRO's workhorses, the Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle and Launch Vehicle Mark III. Crucially, public sector companies will be barred from bidding for the PSLV and LVM-3 production lines, ensuring that private domestic players take sole ownership of their commercial builds. Now, this structural shift also coincides with an unprecedented talent drain inside the National Space Agency. More than 100 senior ISRO scientists and key project directors have recently resigned or taken voluntary retirement to join heavily funded private startups, including Skyroot, Agnikul Cosmos, and Pixel. Now, the exodus reached a point where the Department of Space had to issue an extraordinary memorandum halting voluntary retirements for scientists working on flagship missions like Gaganyaan, Chandrayaan-4, and Bharatiya Antariksh Station. Now, rather than fighting this talent shift, India's space strategy is adapting to it by repositioning ISRO purely as advanced R&D and deep space exploration body. ISRO has already transferred over 120 proprietary technologies to private companies and in-space plans to hand over the operations of a new launch site to a private operator within the next 4 to 5 months. Now, the ultimate goal is scaling India's space economy from $8 billion today to $44 billion by 2033, driven by an ownership-based model where private firms own satellites, they operate rockets, and monetize downstream space data. Government demand will act as the anchor customer, with the Department of Defense already placing orders for 31 satellites with private manufacturers, while ISRO builds another 21 under the same program. Now, before we get to the front page take, here's an update you cannot miss. The latest additions to Cypher 2026 span every corner of the tech ecosystem. Hear directly from visionaries like Vatsal Sheth on creative tech innovation, Varun Nagalia on enterprise transformation, and Rishabh Goyal on the future of financial risk and scoring. Step out of the background loop and join the leaders shaping 2026 and beyond. That being said, here's the front page take on the story. What looks on the surface like an attrition crisis inside ISRO is actually the rapid birth of India's commercial space industrial complex. By stepping away from assembly lines and letting top talent migrate to startups, ISRO is adopting the NASA playbook by focusing its government budget on deep space science, while private companies scale the commercial launch market. Moving PSLV and LVM-3 production exclusively to private hands confirms that India is no longer treating space as a state enterprise, but as a high-growth export market. So the question that I would like to ask each of you is this: will transferring rocket production to private industry allow India to capture a major share of the global commercial satellite launch market over the next decade? If so, how? And if not, then why? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Front Page by AM Network. Like, share, and subscribe, and always remember, think AI, think AI.